Well, I could not get over the fact that these ladies were pampered for a full year in preparation to meet the king. Now, he's only choosing one wife now, but every single woman has to undergo the same transformation, the same process of self-care and pouring into themselves before they're even able to be seen by the king. And as angry as that story of Vashti would make me, I was always so in awe of that is the process or the experience that Esther and these other ladies were having. And what it makes me sit there and think about is the fact that many people, if you talk about how a woman is going to prepare to be a wife, they would talk about taking a birthing class. They would talk about taking a parenting class. They'll talk about taking a cooking class, a house manager class. There are all these tasks they're going to tell you that as a woman, you need to be prepared to do if you are now going to be preparing yourself for marriage. Think about this. Think about it. If you talk to any woman about how they're going to prepare themselves for marriage, they might tell you that they're going to take a communication class. It's all of these things. How many women are going to tell you the way that they're going to prepare themselves for marriage is by taking care of themselves? They are going to prepare themselves to enter into the presence of a king or to be courted. Their preparation for that is by taking care of themselves, getting used to wearing the finest. Because remember, this is a girl that was an orphan. If you're not familiar with the story, Esther was an orphan. She was being raised by Mordecai. Okay. So here it is, this orphan girl in this environment where she has no mother, no father. She's trusting the leadership of this guy at the harem because he found favor with her. And her job now in this environment is to just allow yourself to be pampered. Allow yourself to be pampered. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes because that means as a queen, one of the roles that's most important for you is to take care of yourself. The better you take care of yourself, think about it, because you're going to be with the king. If he was willing, right, to objectify Vashti, that means that there's a role that a woman plays in his life, and he wants a woman to play that role. So out of all the ways that he could prepare a woman for that role of being a queen and having access to all that political power, because I'm sure if Esther went through that process, when he chose Vashti, she probably went through the same process as well. So you're taking a woman's going to have all this political power where she can have influence over millions of other women in the households of other men as well. She has this high respect. She has this high regard. She has all of this. And you're telling me the way you are going to prepare her for that is by 1 year of her learning how to take care of herself. Now, obviously, looking at Vashti's story, I'm sure learning more about political, because I'm sure that learning about politically how to communicate to your husband or understand your role, I'm sure Vashti probably could have used more training in that area, but that's not to say during that year, that's not something that she learned, because there's a part in the scriptures where they had to go see the king and they had to wear something or bring a gift or something, what it was. I forget what the story was. I'll probably put it on the screen. And the guy that was over Odessa, I think it was a eunuch, he recommended to her, usually when they have men, in that role, they're usually eunuchs, but he recommended to her what she should bring in the presence of the king. Like, he would make recommendations to her so that she could win favor with the king. So politically, even while you're undergoing this intense self-care process, you're still politically learning how to maneuver, right? There's a lot of things that you're learning through osmosis being in that environment. But my whole thing is that the king was so intentional that make sure these women take good care of themselves for the next year before I even choose one of them. So imagine if you're sitting here, you're getting ready for marriage, right? Or even if you're already married or in a relationship, think about all the things that you did in preparation for getting in that relationship. If you did prepare at all, did any of it include taking care of yourself? Taking care of yourself. Most women will say no. Because most of us think about jumping into a relationship and sacrificing